Hello, this is not a Citroën DS. I know it looks like a Citroën DS, but it isn't a Citroën DS. It's a Citroën D Special. This is important because the person who owns this car keeps saying that he owns a Citroën DS, and I have to keep pointing out that he doesn't. If I've been put on the earth for one thing, it's that, and taking the piss out of Hubnut. The eagle-eyed of you, the people who keep up to date with the channel and the current comings and goings, will look at this car and go, that's the one that's always in the background of the videos. Yes, it is. Isn't it called Audrey? Well, yes, the owner calls it Audrey. Hasn't that been on the dyno before? Yes, it has. I've put it on again for a very specific reason. In fact, no, two very specific reasons. I drove this car last night, in fact, for the first time ever. The only place I've ever driven this is around the yard. And I took it out on the road and it broke down, which was not ideal. It was actually rather annoying, especially as everyone's looking at you. So what I want to do is try and recreate the symptoms or the situation, the conditions that it broke down in. Because I don't want to go out on the road and break down again, but I want to find the problem. So what I'm actually going to do is something slightly different to begin with. With this dyno session, I'm actually at first going to use a program called, hang on, what's it called? Road Simulation. And what you do there, basically, is you put in the weight of the vehicle, the frontal area, the overall drag coefficient, and then there's a rolling resistance figure that I haven't researched and read the manual for, so I'm guessing. And basically what it's going to do is recreate the car being on a road. It actually works quite well, I've used it before. So it is recreating rolling resistance because of the ground and because of the air and everything like that. So if you've got the settings absolutely spot on, in theory, your top speed would be whatever car's book top speed is, if you got them spot on. I don't know if I have or not. We'll find out. See what this car's top speed is. Yeah, it's pretty nifty. You have to put in the weight of the car, drag coefficient, frontal area, everything like that. You put in all the specs and it does it for you. Obviously, it's not the same as taking it on the road. I mean, there's no bumps for a start, but it's much better than driving it on the road and breaking down, because if it breaks down in here, well, it's already here. The other reason I want to put it on the dyno is because the last time it went on, the carburetor was not in the same state of health and tune that it is now, because I played with it and found out that it was actually set up wrong. So it might have a little bit more to give. But also, looking at the figures there, I mean, I've got to redo that board because the board's running out of space. But Audrey on here, 75 horsepower, minus 5 points. This car should actually have 84 horsepower, not 80. So that would be minus 9 points, but it might get more than 75 this time. It got 75 last time, and that is on video, and you probably could go on and find it, but it's at the end of a live stream that was done for charity, a 25-hour live stream, I think it was, at the end or the beginning? I think it was at the end. The problem with that live stream and the problem with that dyno run is Hubnut was here. Ian from Hubnut. And I can't help but think that he's jinxed the car on the dyno, and I think that if he wasn't here, it would have done more. I mean, I'm not certain, but I'm fairly certain. So I'm going to run it again, sans Hubnut, and see if it can hit the 84 that it's supposed to hit. I'm not actually bothered what it hits. What I want to see is that it's got a nice curve, because then that suggests that all the fueling and everything is tickety-boo. The problem it had when I went out last night, it seemed to run out of fuel, basically. It was a long, sustained run at 50-mile-an-hour road, and it just ran out of... It just got fuel starvation. Cut out, conked on the side of the road, turn it off, wait a bit, and it got going again. Now I want to see if I can make it do that on here. Because then I can try and... Well, then I've got some hope of figuring out what the issue is. But because of Sod's Law, it won't. I can guarantee that. Oh, nearly. Right, I've brought you in the business end. Does that help? A little bit. So, of course, it's behaving fairly perfectly. Don't worry about this. It thinks the brake pads are low. They're not. but it thinks they are, and sometimes the battery charge light comes on, but it is charging. So no idea. Right, So in theory, that's first gear. Well, it's not in theory, that is first gear. But in theory, you could do a full bore 0 to 60 run and you'd get you should get roughly the same time-ish as the book figure. I don't think you will, but... So that's the actual numbers there. Second gear. That's flat out. Third gear. Fourth gear. So I was cruising at about 50. Well, I don't know how fast I was actually going because I don't know how loud this is, because it says 49.8 there and it thinks I'm doing 62 nearly, so yeah. So this is what I was doing, and if I ask a bit more of it, that's full throttle. In theory, that's how fast it would accelerate in the real world. Let's put this up so you can hear. There we go. Yeah, in theory, that's how fast it would accelerate in the real world, but I don't think it is, but because there's no wind or anything like that. That's flat out fourth gear. There's a little bit of a delay when you first put your foot down. So it gets carried away a bit. So if you want to go from, say, 80 kilometers an hour upwards, you sort of hit the go at about, well, 60, and it will start biting at 70, and then by 80 it'll be realistic, like that. Flat out top gear. I mean, if it's going to play up, it would do it now. This is quite stressful for it. She's shaking. It's behaving perfectly. Knew it would. If I go for a drive later on and it breaks down, I'm going to be well annoyed. Right. Just let Audrey have a quick cool down. So, yeah, no issues at all. Behaving perfectly, because sod's law. So what I've done is I'm going to screw it. I'm going to do a power run and see if there's a difference between the previous one and now. I have the book figures. 84 horsepower at 5,250 RPM, and 106 pound-foot of torque at 3,000. That's a grunty engine, isn't it? So it is. I'll spin you round and I'll show you where it is on the leaderboard there. So currently Audrey is here. Now, I'm not going to be writing a new ticket out today because I'm going to change all of these, apart from the ones where famous people have written on them. No, I wrote that one. I'm going to redo them because the board is... Oh, well, I'm going to get a new board because that one's not magnetic and it's a pain. So I need a magnetic one with magnetic cards. And I need to apparently change this to 90... and I need to put an LOL on this one. But basically, yes, Audrey should be here. By rights, should be there. So, screw it. Let's do a 1970 Citroën D Special again and see where we're at. Because I'm quite happy to stress this car out. Because I'm going to go and have to test drive it. Well, I suppose it's nothing if not consistent. So, yeah. Bit of a dip here. Could be timing related, possibly. Look at the, I mean, the numbers are there though, aren't they? Torque is supposed to be 106 at 3,104 at 2471, and it actually lost it because of that hiccup. So if it weren't for that hiccup, then it probably would have done what it's meant to do. But otherwise, apart from the hiccup, it's a nice broad graph. It's just a little bit lower, you know, well, a little bit lower than it should be. But then, is this a car that is overquoted from new? A lot of cars are overquoted. Some are underquoted. See, dump it. Some are overquoted. This could be overquoted. I don't know. I'll do another one, see if it irons this kink out. I personally don't think it's going to make a difference. I think it's still going to be around the same kind of number, but let's have a look. All the same. 75.4, 104 again, and without the kink, nice and broad. There we go, a beautiful graph. Yeah. Well, she's not going to do more than 75. Audrey is a 75 horsepower car, and it has nothing to do with hub nut. 75 is 75. Well, it doesn't look like it's going to improve, does it? Annoying. I was hoping it was going to beat hub. No, I wasn't. I don't care about that. Yeah. It's a mixed bag, really, because it's performed okay. That graph is pretty good. I would guess the numbers that Citroën have in the book figure, if this engine is healthy, might be overquoting it slightly. I mean, it sure as hell overreads on the speedo. Yeah, the graph is really good. If the car was in poor health, the graph wouldn't be that strong. No issues on the dyno. No issues with it cutting out. No issues with it running out of fuel. So I'm going to have to drive it again on the road. And a lot of people would be going, oh no, you've got to drive a D. Like, you know, woe is you. Well, yeah, if you think that it's going to break down, I mean, it shouldn't do. If it conks out on the road now, but it doesn't conk out in the dyno, it's obviously something to do with movement, which would point more towards either something fuel tank related. It's a brand new fuel tank, brand new everything pretty much. Yeah, we'll have to see, won't we? Right, no change. 75 horsepower is your number. Live with it. Right. I'm going to go for a drive and break down. You could not make this up. So I'm out and about. I'm in Audrey, right? But I'm missing a wheel trim. Which one is it? Oh, it's that one. Because I just got overtaken by it. Driving through Wickham, I heard a massive bang and a clatter. Thought, what the bloody hell's that? Loads of people looking at me funny. Heard a death noise. Got overtaken by a bloody wheel trim. It's largely survived. It's actually okay. But the cool thing, I had my shades on and everything, and the cool thing was it came to a rest on the grass verge right alongside the car. So I just pulled up, opened the door, picked it up all cool, and then drove off.